Let's talk about the neighbors. Do you know your neighbors?
Yes, I know my neighbors and I have a very good relations with them.
Why neighbors are important for us?
Neighbors are really very important for us because I think that neighbors can, uh, we can share our things with neighbors. They can take care of us if our family members are away from us.
When do you meet your neighbors?
I I can say that daily I meet my neighbors whenever I'm going to my home. I always see them. They are sitting outside, and I always like to talk with them.
Okay, let's talk about the money. Do you think that children should spend money or not?
Yeah, it depends upon the age of children. If children are too small, then they must not spend their money in a lot. But if they are young enough, if they are like children of a 12 to 13 years old, they must spend the money because at that time they are in a need of money.
Do you think money is important to survive in life?
Yes, definitely money is important for to survive in a life because I think that without money, person will fall in many troubles, and he can the person will fall in many troubles, and he or she will not have a chance to if they want to purchase someone, even they could not purchase basic need whatever they want to.
Fine. Should parents allow their children to spend money
Yes.
according to their wish?
I earlier mentioned that according to their age they should decide it because if the children are too small, like if the children are 5 to 6 year age, they must not give the money to the children. They should buy the things whatever they want for them, but they did not give the money. But if the children is young enough, they must give them.
Will this have a negative or a positive effect on children?
It will have a both effect. I'm partially agree with this because I think that if the children is spending a money in a right way, then there is no problem. But if the children is spending money in a very difficult way, in a bad way, then we can't say that it's a positive way. So I think that's I'm partially on both sides.
Fine, fine. Now I'm going to give you a topic and you're having a minute to prepare your answer. Here is a pencil and paper for you. If you wish to make notes, you can. You understand?
Yes.
Describe an invention that has changed the people's life. Yes, please.
Nowadays, science is having a success in many fields. Here, I would like to talk about the one invention that's a mobile phone. It's a new invention. It was not available in the past. A mobile phone is really beneficial for our children. Firstly, if I talk about the reason that why it's beneficial, that firstly it helped lot of students. Like in a lockdown, when the children was unable to go to school, it helped them by providing the online classes to them. And also the secondly, it provide a lot of it is beneficial to the younger ones in doing online work. They are working online, and on the it is easy for them to work out from home because there are many people also who have to take care of their older people and the small children, so they can't go outside for work. So it become beneficial for them to do work online. And the other, it's a really very nice invention of science. It's a really very fantastic invention, I think. and the main reason is that the mobile phone is really helping even if the person is away from us, we can communicate with that person easily. Moreover, we can use mobile while for our entertainment. If we are just become bored and we are in that place where we can't take a television or a computer along with us, we can just take a mobile uh, and we can entertain ourselves, because there are many places like on a flight. Sometimes we are not having we are not allowed to take a laptop or mobile. Yeah, it's available in some flight that we can watch a movie on a tabs, but there are in many common flights it is not available. So we can take a mobile phone there and we can just entertain ourselves, and also have to contact with someone if we want. And if we are in critical situation, we can just talk to someone. So it's a really very nice invention of science. And if I talk about on the other opposite side, that in the past days people really faces many troubles, like if they are not having a mobile, even they could not communicate with a one person who's only living in a distance, who's only living in a not a much distance, only living in a near.
Let's discuss further about the mobile phones. What are the disadvantages of the mobile phones for the youngsters?
Where there is advantages of mobile phone, there is also disadvantages. And if I talk about disadvantages, like many times the younger ones use the mobile phone in a wrong way. They mostly use the, like I will talk about the boys nowadays, especially in India. Boys are using mobile just to contact for druggers, and they are just contacting the druggers through mobile. They are not communicating in the right way. They are communicating in a bad way. They are thinking that by consuming drugs they can it's just become a way to takes the drugs for them. And second disadvantages of mobile phone is that it provide a lot of it was also it also mentally upset the children, especially whenever the children uses the mobile, they always play games on it. They always used to entertain themselves, but mostly they become they have to face a trouble of eyes or weak.
Okay, what are the other inventions that are popular among youngsters?
The other invention, if I talk about, there are many inventions which are popular among youngsters, but mostly there's electronic media. But the others, like a bike, the science is not IELTS is science. Automobiles companies are inventing new bikes of new cars, which become a dream of a youngster. If I take one personal example, I would like to take an example that I also like to buy a one expensive luxury car. Is a Mercedes I want to buy in the future when I'll go to Canada.
Okay. How has technology made our life easier?
As I earlier mentioned, technology is in the past time people really faces many troubles, I think, and in facing. But nowadays it become easier by the invention of the mobile phones and by invention of new technological devices, electronic media. And if I take any particular example, I would take that last month I didn't have a mobile. Recently I had to buy a mobile, and last month I really faces many troubles in studying also, and recently I didn't have any trouble.
Okay, which invention do you think is the most useful at home?
At home, I think there are many inventions. Like if I talk about cooking, the mixtures are come. But in the past days, people just have to grind it with a stone, and there's also I think they are just mashing. They have their hand on the stone, and it's really very difficult task. But nowadays, mixtures are come. It's also invention of a science.
Is it more difficult for old people to accept the new technologies?
No, I don't think that it's difficult, because it is not only helpful for younger people. It is also helpful for older people. They can communicate. They can also communicate. Like if I talk about a personal example, grandmothers especially miss their daughters because they are living in their in-laws' house. So for meeting them, they mostly tell even they are also having the mobile. They mostly call them. So they always think that it's nice to communicate. We can communicate, because in our last days we could not communicate with them.
Okay. Will our life be better if we live without technology?
No, I don't think, because nowadays people are just become a habitual of using that mobile phone. So I don't think even if for example, if someone's mobile was forgotten, he has forgotten his mobile somewhere, then he must then he just run blind, and where's mobile, and that thing is really, I think that people are becoming habitual of this.
Okay. Thank you. This is the end of your speaking test.